Iyana Sawyer, a 16-year-old girl from Jacksonville, Florida, went missing on December 19, 2018. She was 5 months pregnant at the time of her disappearance. She was last seen leaving Terry Parker High School. Once Iyana was reported missing, investigators quickly identified her uncle through marriage, then 33-year-old Jonathan Quiles, as a person of interest. Quiles was arrested on January 9, 2019, for separate incident of suspected battery against his underage babysitter. While behind bars, he reportedly admitted to a fellow inmate that he may be the father of Iyana's unborn child. Iyana and other relatives were living with Quiles for weeks at a time prior to Iyana's disappearance. Investigators found even more evidence of an inappropriate relationship between the teen and Quiles on Iyana's computer. Investigators discovered various writings authored by Iyana that implied an inappropriate relationship between her and Quiles. They also found a letter written by Iyana in which she professes her love for Quiles and expresses that she wants to run away with him so they can be a family. However, letters were written using a pseudonym, and Iyana took extreme care in hiding the identity of the person to whom it was addressed. Upon investigation, it was revealed that those letters were addressed to Quiles.
How do you get to it? Tell me how do you get to it?
I went there in the recycle bin right here.
The recycle bin?
And then she also got other notes over here on the side. If they asked you for a password, she got some of the notes locked. And she got other stuff that she wrote in here about him too, though.
It was a couple pages long, and it was a pouring out her heart of this person, Jose, her love for this person, the betrayal of this person.
Investigators also spoke with Quiles' brother, who told them that Quiles confessed to murdering Iyana. His brother stated that Quiles told him he choked Iyana to death. He reportedly said she wasn't dying right and it was making him sick looking at her.
His demeanor was a little off. It was kind of like he was nervous or a little panicky about something.
Have you heard your brother sound panicky to you on previous occasions?
No. He was more concerned about what is he going to do with the young lady in question. That she might be pregnant, and what is he going to do? He doesn't want to ruin his family and mess up what he has already going on. In the vehicle, waiting, he tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it, and so then he later shot her in the chest. And then he proceeded to discard the body by transporting it into a dumpster and destroying the vehicle.
Mr. Quiles, were you surprised by what he told you?
Absolutely.
On December 20th, Joseph wrote his brother a heartfelt text, which the prosecutor reads in court.
I can't talk to you right now. I have to stay firm on my decision. What you told me isn't some joke or something you like about. So yes, I told the police because they needed to know. I'm sorry I have to do the right thing for that girl and her family, not the right thing for you and your selfishness. I hate to lose you, but I'd rather that the girl's family have some peace. If you're innocent, then you don't need to worry and they won't find her body. But if you're not, they're going to find her. And in that case, I already lost my brother.
Despite all of this, Quiles publicly denied being involved in Iyana's disappearance. However, suspicions against him remained strong, especially since he was arrested very shortly after Iyana's disappearance on suspicion of having an inappropriate relationship with another underage girl. Months later, Jonathan Quiles was indicted on murder charges in the death of Iyana Sawyer and her unborn child. The indictment stated that Quiles shot Iyana to death on either December 19th or December 20th of 2018. Although Iyana's body has still not been found, the state was able to gather enough evidence for Quiles to be indicted by a grand jury.
We knew where she was at. We would have been the first ones to grab her ass and bring her over.
Yeah, exactly.
We're posting stuff on our Facebook trying to find her the same way they are.
She said that she knows who the father was, but she ain't saying.
Oh, she did know?
Yeah, she knows who the father of her child was. And she just, but then you can't really take anything that she's saying serious because now that she's been gone, I question literally everything.
The girls would come over to your house and you do like trips to the beach?
Yeah,
Trips to the
we always went to go with the pool. We had the pool we had at the house.
They would stay the night. They'd spend
Yeah,
time
they'll
at your
spend
house. And there was
the whole
anybody-
summer.
So you're doing all these things with the girls,
No, with all of them.
right? With the kids.
All of the kids.
But,
Yeah,
but then they're accusing you of messing with the girls.
correct. Yeah, and this is they came out with that. They started like real heavy with it when went with that boy across the street and doing all that. That's when it started like really thick. Now here I am sitting in the hot seat because is mentioning me as that I was I'm Mr. Jose.
Okay.
So
Do you know who she ran away with?
I don't.
In September 2023, Quiles' trial began. Many testified about having knowledge about him abusing Iyana. Among those was Iyana's sister, who testified that she was aware of their relationship but kept quiet because she was afraid Quiles would be mad if she exposed it. She also testified that she, too, had been abused by Quiles when she was just 13 years old. Quiles' brother Joseph Quiles testified that the defendant had admitted to killing Iyana. In fact, Joseph said that on December 19, 2018, Iyana met up with Quiles at Ace Pick-a-Part, his workplace, because she believed they were going to run away together. While Iyana sat in a car behind the Ace Pick-a-Part, Quiles attempted to strangle her and before ultimately shooting her to death. He then placed her body in a nearby dumpster. Joseph noted that Iyana's pregnant was the motive. According to Joseph, Quiles killed Iyana because he would lose his entire family if she had the baby. He allegedly planned this murder for months. Quiles also reportedly admitted this to several people throughout the investigation.
If anything, did you do thereafter?
I told him at that time that he needed to stop speaking with my nieces and he needs to give my family space. I said that it looks really bad and he needs to distance himself.
Did you learn thereafter whether or not he stopped speaking and or communicating?
I learned after that he did in fact continue speaking with them.
So what are we looking at in state 64?
These are the messages from Snapchat for 2018, 9/27. I'm very aggravated right now. I'm going to hit you later. 9/7/2018, 12/21. Yeah, so I need you to be like 100% with me at all times. I'm just so in love with you. I'll kill you and cry.
There was a change in his behavior after she went missing. Prior to that, he was fidgety and nervous. He was restless. After she went missing, then he slept like a baby.
Apparently, he also confessed to jailhouse inmates who became prosecution witness in this case.
He pulled his gun out and shot her.
What, if anything, did he tell you with what he did with her once he shot her?
Once he shot her, he threw her body in the dumpster.
You shot her? How you killed her? You don't mind me asking, I'm just blunt. Yeah, I know. I know you don't really want to talk about it. It's all going to be able to get rid of the body.
See, I dump garbage over at the landfill and be buried under like 3 feet of garbage.
The jury deliberated for about an hour before finding Quiles guilty of first-degree murder of Iyana and her unborn child. He was also found guilty of battery against a minor. Quiles was ultimately sentenced to life in prison. Iyana's body has never been found.
We, the jury, find Jonathan Quiles should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.